Oh! Nah, screw it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your live exclusive pick a card reading. This is the Peace Dealer. And welcome to, I think, my personal favorite part of these monthly seasonal contributions, the pick a card reading. Based on the votes last time, or based on the votes that we got for the tarot reading, albeit I was going to do it anyway, a majority of you wanted to do major. Honestly, no, I would have done minor major if majority of you picked. I would have done the pull again. But yeah, we're right aligned and on board, and it's time. We're going to do, of course, the Demon Slayer deck filled with the major arcana card. You know, I'm not going to use the Demon Slayer deck. The new moon message is uploaded. Make sure you guys check that out. Of course, before or after this, rather, we're going to use the Dragon Ball Z deck, Tarot Ball Z. Let's actually just bust this out, the framework, right quickie. Do a quickie, licky, dicky, jicky, jicky, jicky. Okay. That's a folk. All right, we good on this. Cool. So let's see what we got. You know what? We'll do this next month. I lied again. We're really going to do a Demon Slayer deck. Screw it. Let's just go in. Actually, Jazz is excited for the Dragon Ball Z deck. So we're going to do the Dragon Ball Z deck. I'm clearly all over the place right now. Shout out to Esco. Let's see what we got. Moon Pluto, by the way. I think it's interesting that Sun Pluto Drake is releasing Iceman Part 3 while it's Moon Pluto. I thought that was interesting. I don't think that's really like a coincidence or deliberate. I don't think it was deliberate or planned, but it doesn't have to be even a coincidence or correlated. I just thought that was cool. I just thought that's kind of interesting and probably good narratively. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, such a Gemini. You sound like me when I'm trying to decide what to eat, bro. No idea. Yes, it's ridiculous. So yeah, that being said, I really do like these. I really do like these contributions, and they're pretty much the most fun during each season. Once we do the astrology the first week, and then we do the astromancy really the first week, and then the taromancy the week following. So we're gonna start off, of course. We'll do the 3x3. So 3 pick a card readings, 3 piles, 3 cards for each pile. 3, 3, 3. And yeah. That being said, I wonder why anyone picked to be any sign but Sag. Yo, that's wild. Shout out to Markel, bro. I feel you. I chose Gemini because if Sagittarius is the best, I would rather experience the best than be the... Okay, that sounds horrible. Well, I get to be partners with Sag, so I ain't tripping. And shout out to Forest Fairy Tarot. She gifted me this deck, courtesy of her children. It will be 1 for all spreads. I've seen 1, 1, 1, and 1, 1, 1. All right, I like that. So she gonna pick pile 1 for each one. Okay, so the first card we'll have for the first reading is your overall lesson for Virgo season. The second card will be the supernatural technique and the theme behind what you are activating, integrating. And then the third card will be the outcome post-harvest, like after the full moon. And we'll see what we got with that. In terms of techniques, be mindful that you are incorporating an unconventional and innovative nature to old, existing, or new techniques that are only going to piss off WLBs who have no skills concerning this technique. Okay. So, for example, the only people who might realistically be hating on you being an energy healer are people who have never healed anybody with energy and will probably scoff at the idea of that relative to, postmodern healing modalities, either recognized officially by accredited boards or even unofficially. So I'm using energy healing as an example because I think it's a very controversial example. And, just ask yourself, first of all, would you listen to somebody who has no experience doing what you do? Or would you just keep doing what you do knowing you've had results for it? All right. Oh, Frieza. I love that. Frieza, I used to hate Frieza. I'm going to be completely honest. I used to hate Frieza. Now that I'm a much older man, Frieza is so funny to me. Frieza is pretty awesome. I do have some respect for Frieza as an antagonist. I respect Vegeta now a bit too. Vegeta has some of the best character growth I've seen in a story before. And yeah, I still kind of hate Frieza. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Tournament of Power, I was kind of annoyed by him. RFK's hearing today was a prime example of this. Ooh, I didn't even know we had a hearing today. But that would be very interesting. If you can go a little bit more into how. I'm assuming, you know what? The store I went into was selling Pokemon cards for $1 unless you were a child. And I don't have any Pokemon cards or deck. I would have thought of getting some, but I just didn't want to have 4 loose Pokemon cards. I played Yu-Gi-Oh cards anyway, so I don't have those either. I need to get back to that. I haven't played that since like a long time, but it's one of those things I kind of wish I still played. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Just pull out my deck, be like, you trying to go in on this children's card game real quick, try to get faded real quick. Android 17 was easily the MVP of the Tournament of Power. So I do respect that. And in fact, those are the last 2 that are survive. Every time I find Calgon, I think but like I was saying before, the techniques you're developing are for the new world. They kept hitting him with red herrings and talking in circles. Exactly. And that's all people will do, right? It's not so much what you do. It's that what you're doing goes against their worldview, goes against their beliefs, makes it impossible for them to manipulate you based on that worldview and beliefs. So they're really literally just going to hit you with red herrings. They're going to talk in circles. They're not going to be able to transcend their own programming because they're not really aiming to reason with you. They're aiming to shame you and guilt you for being smarter than them, for being more innovative than them. But that's what happens when you're a stupid little bitch. You just hit people with red herrings and you think that talking louder and hiding behind a crowd that echoes your same thoughts really means you're saying anything. Meanwhile, we just keep demonstrating. It does not stop the funk. All right, we have pile 1. We have pile 2. We have pile 3. Feel free to pick your pile. The underlying theme we have, of course, is the High Priestess. We have Whis with his staff, an angelic celestial being. Beautiful thing about the angels, when each universe gets erased, the god of destruction gets erased with it. The god of creation of that universe gets erased with it. Angels is just chilling. The angels are eternal. They don't get erased. It's like they are from their own realm. But this is talking about the intuitive integration of your own habits, how you are integrating and tying together your intuitive capability with your habits, being able to recognize and be guided by said intuitive insight. And I don't even see this as merely just intuition, but more so that subtle reflection, subtle inner reflection, and how you're able to apply that in your external environment. Revelations, secrets are going to be revealed just for you. Subjective messages that only you will be able to understand and can bridge objectively. All right. So I like that. This is going to require trusting in your own guidance and wisdom and being able to speak that unique language only you can really fully decipher. But yeah, don't sleep on these signs, my friend. And know that you are directly supported by angels, maybe your own personal angel who is guiding you as well. Messenger, of course. All right. So first we have pile one. This first pile, of course, is going to be for this Virgo season for you. One moment. Woo! Hawk it. Oh, all right. The Virgo season theme that we have for you, the lesson and theme around Virgo season for you, all right, is of course justice. We got Jocko. Is his name Jocko? We have the Cosmic Police Patrol unit right here. I think it is Jocko. Justice. This is a Libra theme. And while justice generally will have themes of balance, right? Being on the same page as other people, here we do want to pull in you, of course, being in the position to enjoy the positive consequences on being on the right side of justice. When we have justice as a lesson theme here, it's analyzing and incorporating how your behavior and how your habits enable you to, in your interactions with others, do right by people and be on the right side of justice by people. So that should these scales be applied to you, they will be balanced. You won't necessarily have to account for anything you might have done unfairly to others. And now this also applies with others towards you. And anybody who has treated you unfairly, you will be seeing how, relative to the way you maintain this integrity in your behavior, the scales balance back. So this is going to be exceptionally exciting for those of you involved in legal cases and drama, gaining a favorable decision that will, of course, favor you, under the condition that you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's. Okay. Let me get some chapstick. Yeah. Justice slash. Boom. I fight with my eyes closed. So I do see this really good for favorable decisions. This is also as a lesson wanting you. Somebody sent me this lip balm a long time ago. I think I have like 2 more of these. I also have Carmex. I haven't really opened that up yet because I'm finishing these. I do got in the cut. This is also pushing for you to make sure you have, right? Thank you, Elisha. Yes, I got self-conscious and I'm like, hold on. I had to, of course, make sure you want to also make sure in any business you're doing, all the paperwork is signed and proper. Whether I pull the justice card, you want to make sure your paperwork is proper regardless. But the presence of this justice card, tie bomb, I got you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, ball. The nature of this justice card is re-emphasizing a focus on this. So this might be a lot more important than it would be for others. And you just want to make sure you handle it now so it doesn't come back to bite you later. Especially for those of you who are breaking bread with people, especially in something that may make a lot more money than you expect them to do now. You want to make sure you have all that squared and right away. Verbally, written, through these agreements. Oh, that's crazy. And yeah. Oh, nice. All right. So what read is this? Double shot of Venus. This is pile 1. We have pile 1, 2, and 3. This is the first card of pile 1. The lesson for pile 1 is you're going to see this karmic rebalancing. Of course, we're coming into the full moon eclipse across Saturn. Now we're going to enter Libra. So this is helping you form your behavioral patterns and routines in a way that aligns with this sense of justice in your life. And it's really cool. It's really cool. Pulling the justice in this context for me, especially with the high priest as an underlying theme, is what I'm feeling intuitively is both indirectly on a spiritual level and also directly physically with other people. You have people who feel like they can take advantage of you and that certain things won't necessarily come back to them. And it's not going to be something outside of you and something that happens. It's going to be you who reminds these people that they never could get away. They can't run from you. They cannot run from justice. And that, yeah, whatever they tried to do was a stopgap measure that ended up backfiring against them and is only going to work in favor for you. And that is the ethics and principles of aligning with what's right. All right. Whether that's subjective or objective to you, being willing to be on the right side of justice, whatever that means to you, enables you to allow the program. And I don't mean specifically even just the justice system, but it allows said systems to work in your favor and to, of course, rectify what has been wrong or to create greater balance in what you're doing. Now, what's the supernatural technique? Yo, right. I feel you. They hustling and jugging right now. I gotta promote my psychic reading service. But that being said, my call-in service. But that being said, what is the supernatural technique? What is the lesson behind the new habits you are coming into? But in this case, this is like the superpowered card. Like, what's your technique, right? We did the power, we did the abilities, we did the talents. Now, how is this formed into your technique? We have the Chariot. So these techniques you are mastering are pushing you forward into victory. And now this adds more emphasis on why you want to be on the right, because you don't want to cross the finish line and then you have people who feel that they're entitled to your victory. No, you already made the agreements beforehand. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what justice really wants. Okay, I have a better understanding of this as well, right? I think what justice wants you to look at, right, is how have people behaved towards you, and is their behavior towards you fair? Because when you come into this victory, you want to remember, hey, you are not really acting fair. You are behaving fairly towards me. The 7 p.m. Central Lives. I feel you. Oh, okay, double shot. So what is it now? 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically 7 p.m. Oh, Central, which would be 5. Yeah, I used to do these at 5. I don't know. I thought those were too late. 5, 6, 7 Central, 8, 9. I'm on Eastern and Central. Let me put in the poll, because if you guys would like me to do these later, then let me know. I did used to do these a bit later. I wanted to do them a bit earlier just so we can get more people, in case it's too late at some point for some people. But that being said, guys, how have people been behaving towards you, right? Like, you're going to really examine, hey, you haven't really been fair. And it's not like a tit for tat thing. It's everything I said about the justice card before, and shout out to Janarian. But also put you in the facet towards, of course, making sure that you're not enabling people who did not contribute to this victory, because these techniques that you are mastering are helping you gain momentum moving forward. This is victory gained through willpower and determination. In fact, it's also echoing the work that you're doing to break in these new techniques. You're going to come into great victory through. So this is good for movement, but we want the balance of these agreements made with justice to make sure you're not veering left or right, you're moving straight. Okay. So last but not least, the outcome that we have here is the Magician. So your thoughts are becoming things. And not only are your thoughts becoming things, the Magician card is going to really manifest your vision of reality into reality. The Magician is going to really take advantage of your resourcefulness. Thank you, Double Shot of Venus. And put you in a position to pretty much carve your destiny in the midst of a full moon eclipse, which is all about destiny right now. And I say all about because of the presence of Saturn inducing totality relative to the phasing out of old belief systems into new belief systems. So Power One, you can't be manipulated, right? People are going to try and project their respect, like, oh, well, I can't respect anyone who would do this. And then you're going to tell them to suck your dick. You're going to win in front of their face, and there's nothing they can say, because this is inventive, this is original, this is the Magician, okay? Which I think is very beautiful and will really put you in a position to realistically, once again, manifest your vision and make your thoughts things based on the momentum that these new habits are defining and the agreements you really put in place to make sure, no one can try and like claim what you worked for yourself on. Okay. I highly recommend you guys check out my monthly peace report and then the tribe reports. I definitely go in at length more about the destiny here. The North Node in Pisces is unlocking the belief systems that will really tie us forward the next 10 years when the North Node is now in Virgo. But yeah, this right now through Virgo is changing our habits so that they can align with the belief systems we're meant to really push forward with as the North Node will go into Aquarius. So next we have, of course, pile 2, right? Original thoughts become original things. Let's get it. So pile 2, Virgo season always starts the plot twist every year. I've noticed that. And a lot of that is because of the positioning of the outer planets. Back in the 60s, right? Pluto, that's in Aquarius now, was in Virgo. Pluto, Uranus of revolutions and disruptive innovation. Even Neptune was in Scorpio by that time. Not surprisingly, we had like very culturally defining civil rights, social movements, right? Now it's back in Aquarius where these revolutions bubble up to a global level. And we do it all over again. All right. And not all revolution is good. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad either. Oh, God. All right. So pile 2. What is the revolution is now? What is the lesson of Virgo season for you? Okay. Looks like a lot of you guys want me to do, I won't say a lot, but it looks like we are like 5 p.m. PST is a preferred time. Okay. So whichever one wins, I'll keep that in mind for Libra season. All right. That being said, it looks like it might tie though, but we'll see. And we could always alternate too. But that being said, pile 2, The lesson we have for you is the Hermit. This is Virgo. So pile 2, you got the affinity pile. Whereas pile 1 got Libra, which is preparing them for the next season. Pile 2, you're going to gain the most from the season. You're locking in. Everyone's talking about the Great Lock-In Challenge, which I think is a beautiful, perfect reflection of what this nodal transit is. It's having you master your habits and apply them through the next 3 months. Because when that lock-in challenge ends, Sagittarius, like I've been saying since March, Sagittarius is where you're going to see the meaning of how it is you made all this possible. You're going to see what you've achieved and accomplished. Yep. I saw Sammy Ingram also incorporate that for manifestation. That beautiful video. So like, there's no excuse. Just really lock in, as they say. And pile 2, look at Piccolo locking in. Like Piccolo is looking internally. Okay. And relative to this internal quality, this is having you fully master everything you have worked up for yourself to this point. Mastery with which is a daily consistent process. So you don't just sharpen your sword and let it rust. The sword master sharpens their sword every day so that they stay ready. They're not caught off guard. They've been doing the training every day to stay sharp. So the Hermit card is really going to unveil deeper layers of mastery consciously and subconsciously as your consciousness has expanded for you to master. It's like renovating new floors. The lesson here is that sometimes the best wisdom comes straight from you, not influenced by expertise due to other people's experiences, even if collectively and combined. Sometimes there's something only you uniquely with your unique experiences can solve and make sense of. And Piccolo does meditate a lot. Meditation, of course, helps with the yin element, the imagination in the mind. And now the supernatural technique you are mastering, we do have death. So this is fully transforming you. This could even be mastering transformation states where you can induce a state for a few seconds to a few minutes to indefinitely, where you have enhanced buffs. But death is also representing that this time you are taking to go within the development and mastery of these new habits is going to completely transform your life forever. So unlike pile 1, who the mastery of these new techniques is going to propel them forward and gain greater momentum, pile 2, your entire life is changing because you're changing your entire lifestyle. You're changing and transforming your habits. And a lot of that, once again, has to do with you going deeper within yourself than maybe you're even used to going. Okay. And of course, the outcome that we have here is the world. Shout out to pile 2. I like how pile 1 got the magician, which is more singular. Pile 2, you got fulfillment and completion. So a lot of this, so the greatest thing you could really do is to lock the fucking, all right, and just like the Hermit card for you, and that's what makes Virgo the Hermit. They're blanking out all distractions. They're not necessarily letting anything get in the way of what they're focusing on and what it is they want to do. This is going to transform everything for you and bring you all the Dragon Ball, Shenron, Goku, and Piccolo. And of course, or really Kami, God. Now, why this is significant once again is this is transforming everything into a realm of total fulfillment where you're graduating old lessons. And I think it's going to be, of course, a very fulfilling and wholesome Virgo season. And this is you really staying true to this lesson. Shout out to pile 1 and pile 2. That was beautiful. That was very beautiful. I really like these cards. So next we have pile 3. Pile 3, what is the lesson of Virgo season for y'all? Yup, hyperbolic time chamber, baby. So pile 3, we do have temperance, Mystic Gohan, baby. Temperance, of course, is mediating, in my opinion, two opposites, bridging your subconscious and conscious. And the lesson for you, Pile 3, is that you're bringing your lifestyle to balance. You're incorporating elements without having to, through moderation, without having to go cold turkey. So like temperance, you're pimping your lifestyle to a point where it's like you can work for 6 hours and then get wasted for the end of the night, wake up and then do it all over again. That was actually a horrible example, but it's like you're able to actually bridge both. It's not like you have to go cold turkey. You know how to play hard, work hard, but most importantly, you're able to do less of what you're doing too much of and do a little bit more of what you're not doing enough of. So for those of you who personally have been wanting greater balance, because this is what Pile 1 got with justice. Pile 1 is bringing their life to balance, but this is more based on their relationships with others. Pile 3, you're with this mastery of habits, bringing greater flow into how you live your life and to what space you are opening up by not necessarily entertaining certain things that may have been toxic to you before. Given that this is Sagittarius, I think this is also going to represent, bringing things into the material from the immaterial and the metaphysical through your imagination, basically, and really bridging that, practicing opposites. This is alchemy. Pile 3, you're going to incorporate, whether through a modality like Pilates or like yoga or whatnot, you're going to be performing alchemy. And it's not necessarily going to be in a way that involves a transmutation circle and turning lead into gold. So, these principles will definitely guide you. Now, if we look at the actual card, what's really cool about Mystic Gohan is that he did not need to turn Super Saiyan in order to reach a level beyond Super Saiyan. Like he with the power of a perverted old Elder Kai. Let me drop the perverted. That's OG. With the power of an Elder Kai, he unlocked his true power and was able to access so much more that was dormant. And I think that's what it's going to feel like for you as well. This whole year was me tying up loose ends from the 12th house here. I feel you. Yes. And this is going to really shift. This is going to really shift a lot. And working out is also beautiful as well. It's really more so what more you can do with these workouts and how you can incorporate them that I think will open up so much more fun for you. But yeah, the supernatural technique you are mastering, we have the Fool. I love this. So the Fool card means that you are incorporating techniques that are weird as fuck to other people. Probably would turn them off or just kind of be crazy, but you're actually a fucking genius. You're playing with concepts that are a foreign language to people in today's day and age. The stuff that you're doing, people 50 years from now will see as somewhat normal or just outdated. But for you, no one's doing it. This is so important. You're incorporating techniques that are having you, of course, forge a new path. And you are really pushed to take this leap of faith and not look for a precedent to rely on because you and what you're doing are unprecedented. I think that's one of the most important things I have to do. I do associate the Fool with Uranus. To me, the Fool is Uranus. And it is going to represent, of course, this risk to really step into a brand new paradigm. So Pile 1 got, of course, Chariot to move forward. Pile 2 got Death. They're going to completely transform. And Pile 3, you're embarking on a brand new adventure on your Nimbus with the power pole. Okay. And this is based off of you having a balanced foundation. You're bringing your lifestyle into more balance through moderation. This is going to enable you, of course, to walk a brand new adventure and path with these new techniques. What's a classic example of this? I'm trying to think of a shonen anime character who the series started off with them after they learned a new technique that they would eventually have to level up and learn moving forward. You let me know. That could be Naruto with the Shadow Clone Jutsu or the Rasengan. I'll use that in my magic moon message today. But yeah, the outcome that we have is the Judgment card. So Judgment is saying this is going to lead to total awakening, the spirit gun. I do feel you on that. 11 as well. Yes. Harry Potter. So Judgment is, of course, it's beautiful. Pile 1 got the Magician. They're going to make their thoughts things. They're going to align more with their inner and outer world and be the bridge and demonstrate this through their skillfulness and resourcefulness. Pile 2 is transforming entirely into completion and fulfillment. And pile 3, you're taking the path less traveled to awaken the true life's purpose you're meant to be in. And thus, along your journey, you're going to be awakening others to what they're meant to truly be doing. So that's beautiful. This will help you revisit everything you've kind of been through your whole life and how it has, of course, led you to this point. All right. And with pile 3, do not allow others to judge you because they're WLBs and cannot really give you a real reason based in reality outside of their subjective beliefs as to why they feel the way they feel, when they're just using their beliefs as justification to hate on you or be negative because they're threatened by how your beliefs go against their worldview, by how the practicing of your lifestyle goes against their beliefs and worldview, which is just an expression of weakness. All right. They're using you to project their weakness at you. And you just have to take your energetic, you know what, and slap them in the face with it. Just say respectfully before you do it so that they know you were being respectful while you did it. So we're going to now do, of course, let's look more into career and finances. All right. And see how this is going to shape your life purpose amongst other things. Shout out to you, Bonnie. We glad you living your purpose and it has led you to here. Whew, thank you, Lotus. Okay. So pile 1, 2, and 3. The first card will be your career. The second card will be finances this month. The last card will be outcome and life purpose. Something to look in mind, because a lot of your life purpose is going to completely never be the same with this North Node Pisces as it goes in Aquarius. And this is majorly around how we are shifting your behavior, your routine, your work. All right. Double shot of Venus. You are the Powerball. When you realize that you are the Powerball, you won't be pressed if you lose. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't win, you feel me? That sounds dumb because it is, but I stand on it. Okay. So the underlying theme, let me put on my the underlying theme of this reading we have is Vegeta being held over by racist ass Frieza. The Hangman is saying, you know what? Sometimes you could have sworn that you are Super Saiyan and then you just get your ass kicked by the original form Frieza on a dying planet Namek after you found out that he destroyed your home planet because he hates you and your monkey kind. And sometimes all you have to do is just let go and wait for Goku to save the day. And that's what we have here with the Hangman. It's time to surrender to the plot, knowing that even though you're not aware, yeah, you might die trying to let Goku know the importance of his Saiyan heritage, but the Dragon Balls will revive you and bring you back to Earth. And it really is what it is, okay? Right now, you're in a situation where perhaps, you know, you may not be able to really control what's happening. I already surrendered means you need to keep surrendering. If you already surrendered, then what the fuck? If you already surrendered, then yeah, you know, just enjoy it there. Now, surrender doesn't mean don't do anything. Okay. Surrender kicks in when there's nothing you can do. Surrendering is just letting it go to your higher self. Be like, hey, higher self, handle this. And trust that it will be handled. Keep on doing everything you can do. but don't worry yourself on what you can. This is going to apply in your career, especially if it's coming towards slow moving business or you're encountering hurdles. The hangman is going to seek to completely change your perspective and situation around the current situation. Okay. As control is an illusion, right? And surrender is not going to be easy for cardinal folk, like Nikki said, because your driver is to just do, when you have to be. And surrender is not about letting go and what you want. It's letting go of the idea that you're not going to get what you want. And that even though things may shift and may not look like what you wanted, what you end up getting is even better for you. Ultimately, because you led yourself to this situation. This is Neptune. So this is also going to transcend your situation, which will require, being okay with shifting your current beliefs about the situation. So we're going to do pile one. Pile one, what we have for your career path is the Chariot. So pile one, you're gaining victory. You're going to accomplish a win. Mind you, the underlying theme is still the Hangman. So while there might be facets that you have to really just allow to take place, this isn't going to change the fact that the force is strong with this one, and it is force and determination. This is Cancer that you're going to push through. So whatever you're doing with your career, do not give in to immediate gratification. Take this determined quality and keep pushing forward. It's not even force as much as just pushing forward. Keep doing what you're doing. And this is going to have you break through throughout this full moon into more and greater victory. So this is a really good look for your career. You're going to be feeling forward motion. When it comes to the term motion, as the kids say, that's Chariot. You got motion. You're going to come into more motion in your career. And when it comes to your finances, well, we got the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is going to not only align you with financial flow you have been intuitively receiving insight you would achieve, but it's also going to incorporate your intuition to achieve much of this wealth. So for some of you, this could also, right? And thank you, CB. It's pretty dope. This could also represent making money using your own psychic abilities. But it's also going to represent listening to your intuition to guide you into more financial breakthroughs. Yep, when Marilyn isn't here, it's more peaceful. That's a fact. That's crazy. Hold on. I gotta take a picture of that. Oh, shit. Marilyn has crazy lore, y'all. Like, she goes to other chats and terrorizes them. She be debating with mad people. And I kind of hate this. This is true. You feel me? Whew. Yeah. I got to speak with Tess the other day. Tess felt like we were making fun of her when we met. I was trying to tell her that we miss her, right? But I think she feels like I was calling her delusional. I think relative to what happened before. And I just feel like that's unfortunate because I don't think it was really our intent to have her feel like we don't believe her and what's happening. But yeah, it is what it is. Tess, if you're watching this, we love you. We wish you would come back. We may not necessarily fully agree with like exactly what's happening, but we don't want you to feel like you're delusional here. I didn't want to put that message out there like you're just crazy. No, we acknowledge you as the dream goddess. So we just wanted you, just wanted to get that out the way. Yeah, that being said, please send, your loving, peaceful energy to her. Yeah, we all been, It happens. It is what it is. Definitely don't want you to think we're excluding you from this community. But that being said, okay, the outcome that we have for Power One is the Hierophant. So the work you're doing with your career, first of all, Hierophant and the High Priestess really do open up and create this type of pair where we're bridging the spiritual with the orthodox and the traditional. But the Hierophant is going to be really good for some of you as far as life purpose. You guys are meant to create an organization. The success you're gaining from your career, you're going to be able to create a gang with gang members who tie around you, and you could teach them your techniques in order to run the block. I mean, in order to uplift the community, and also, a source where you have the keys and you can guide others to achieve success in the way you've achieved success. I see you guys creating conventions, creating events that tie people in your community together. And once again, this is based on this intuitive guidance through your success that once again, you didn't just chariot means you didn't let this fall on your lap. You did it. You did it. Okay. You stepped forward. It was your determination. It was your willpower. It was your effort that is having you come into the success. And so I like this story arc for you, Pile One. So for Pile Dose, yo. Wow. All right. Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. I had to text her that. I apologize. It was peaceful while it lasted, y'all. It was peaceful while it lasted. Holy shit. Holy shit. It is what it is. It is what it is. I am so sorry, guys. I should have waited till after the live. I'm sorry. Here we go. It was so peaceful. Someone say peace. Shout out to Ruby. All right. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. We're going to go straight to Pile 2. You know I needed some drama. I was like, hey, yeah. We're enjoying ourselves peacefully, Marilyn, without you. It would suck if you just showed up. And here she comes. It is what it is. All right, living up to my name. I know this is why I love Libras too. It is what it is. Yup, the chaos dealer. It is what it is. All right, so Pile 2. The card that we have for career, yes, Black Jess, love this community too. Instagram, shout out to y'all on Instagram. We having fun here on the YouTube end, so try and join us on YouTube too. If you want the comments action, the comments stay wild. We have the polls out here. So Pile 2, what's the lesson of career for you? We have the moon. Now, this is very important. Pile 2, your career is not supposed to be normal. And this is very important because when we deal with themes of the moon, we're dealing with countercultural elements that deviate from most, if not all, social and cultural expectations. You're supposed to wake up when the sun gets up, and you're supposed to be working and then go to sleep when everyone else goes to sleep. Moon cards, you might wake up when everyone else is going to sleep, work all night like a prime Wheezy, and then go to sleep in the morning. And then do it again. Just banging out hits all night, right? The moon card is really taking a different non-linear approach towards your career. And that's where this hangman is going to be very important for you because it's putting you in a position to go with the ebbs and flows of how this may play out. The moon is not structured. A career with the moon, it's not like, oh, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., going to go to work until 12. Like your day-to-day schedule can vary every day. This is going to really champion careers that may not necessarily even have a fixed schedule. It's going to be a lot more mutable, if anything, right? It's going to be somewhat changeable, even if you have worked your career in a way that is practical. I'm not saying that this means you can't work a 9 to 5. There's just going to be a different outlook and approach towards this. The moon card is a card of illusions, delusions, but it's also a card of dreams and psychic abilities. So for some of you, you're going to be able to unlock a career you've dreamed of working. You just have to be okay, once again, with walking this beat of your own drum. A lot of the careers you really pioneer or step into, it may not even be recognized officially. There might not even be an industry code for it. If you are going to like try and tax it or whatnot, or try and align it with a certain industry, this is going to be you working from home, but working at all hours on the night exactly as well. So, you know, for those of you who never wanted a conventional job, Pile 2 is saying you were never supposed to work one. This is especially going to tie into those of you who society calls lazy, right? For my lazy but ambitious people, it's not that you're lazy, you're not stupid. So you're not really going to do what you don't have to do because you are expected to do it. And now this seeming laziness actually puts you in a better position to actually come into success, because you're not forcing this sense of just looking productive or being constantly productive, which will not work for you. You will burn yourself out. And even if you do come into some level of success, it's not truly what taps in with you. So you have to be careful with not allowing others to try and influence and through shame or guilt get you on the right path. And do not let your fears become illusions. Do not let your fears about how things are supposed to play out get in the way of what you're doing. Okay. And thank you, Sarah. I do appreciate that you resonate with the analogies. And shout out for the producers out here. Okay. So anybody who really ever told you that, they were lying to you. And them lying to you may not really be out of malice. They're just not that smart. Like they can't necessarily perceive anything outside of what they know. And so it shows. All right. So the finances we have is the Empress. That you committing to this unique path is going to have you be rich AF. Listen, this is Venus. When we get Empress for finances, they're flourishing. It's coming based off of your own value. You're not having to beg for this money. You know what I'm saying? By the way, for those of you who would like, do you like that segue? For those of you who would like a card at the end, click on the description box below. Let me actually make sure I change this. Yep, I put the wrong minimum. It's going to be, of course, $10 minimum for a tarot card. What the fuck? I didn't get the fuck out of here. For a tarot card. And I have updated it. All right. So for those of you who, of course, would like a card, you can join the clue. But you don't have to beg anyone for this money. This comes naturally from you. This is saying your finances through this Virgo season will be flourishing. And this is relative to your willingness to commit to this dream. This is so very important, guys, because the whole thing about the Moon card for Pile 2, your career is guided by a vision and a dream only you can see. How do you link this 2 cards to the Hermit? CB, you're a genius. We did pull the Hermit for 2. And the beautiful thing, for example, my tarot birth cards, because I'm a life path 9, are the Hermit and the Moon. The Moon is 18, numerology 9. Hermit is 9. So they're both, Hermit is Virgo, the Moon is Pisces. So it's like doing that internal work in order to now add more grounded analysis to these subjective dream worlds, because this is subjective. The sun is objectivity in the light of joy. The moon is purely subjective, and sometimes you need that subjectivity to fill in the lines with color, to really come into your own personal understanding of where you want to take things. There is a dream God has only given you. The God within you has revealed this to you. It's not for anyone else to know. Shout out to 9 Gang, baby. And the Empress is saying that unlimited riches are here for you to come into. Your ground is fertile. You are pregnant with possibilities, relative to you honoring this dream. And this is what you have to surrender to. It's not going to make sense to other people. People are going to think you're delusional for doing what you're doing. They're not going to see that, oh, your ground is fertile. Like the Empress card is promising harvest of the finances that will flourish. And shout out to the Life Path 33s, y'all, that you will gain from doing this. One thing that I love about Life Path 33, you can always tell who's a Life Path 33. Like every time I've ever calculated someone was Life Path 33, it makes sense. It's like you would be that. You know what I'm saying? 11, 22 sticks out, 11 sticks out, 33 makes so much sense. It's very, my mom actually is Life Path 33. It's not 22, but I think 33, which is very interesting. Let me calculate that right now. Yeah. So that being said, right? Yeah, bro. Oh shit. Okay, we Gucci. Yeah, bro. 33 Life Path. Respect. Your mom was Life Path 9. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Okay. Damn, I had to drop these cards. The hook. Oh, goofy ass. All right, boom. So, okay. So the outcome we have for you, Pile 2, is the Judgment. And this is beautiful. So listen, this is a dream and vision only you can see. This is a dream and vision only you can see. This is a dream and vision only you can see. What I like about Life Path 9, so Life Path 11 is like the master number, and they're here to really kind of, I see it as like a Pisces, Aquarius hybrid. You guys, of course, kind of step into, I don't even remember exactly. It's just unique. I get a unique sense of it. It's the one bridge equaling the two. 22 is the master builder. 33 is the master teacher. And then Life Path 9 is like the I forgot what his name is. The Phil Jackson. Like we're the coaches. We're like the coach. We're Life Path 9s are gonna coach every other life path. Like they usually, and it's cool because if you reduce if you add every number to 9, the 9 returns it back to itself. So 9 plus 4 is 13, numerology 4. 9 plus 2 is 11, which rounds down to 2. 9 plus 5 is 14, numerology 5. So as Life Path 9s, we reflect and return people back to each other. We are the Phil Jacksons. We're the Phil Jacksons of the life paths. Like we're going to coach you guys to your championships, and it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful, and I'm honored to be a Life Path 9. I think Dolo is too. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. With that being said, for pile number 2, Judgment is you once again, like pile 3, being aligned to your life purpose, what you're meant to do, and this is impossible. Unlike pile 1, where they don't have to follow some impossible dream, they just have to keep moving forward. They have to take their goals and objectives and not let anything stop them. Keep that determination. Pile 2, it's not what you have to do versus how you have to be. Aligning yourself to that dream that only you have received and not really letting anything take you away from that, which for some of you may require doing nothing. And that's why that's counterculture in a society that says you have to grind every day. You have to just work and work and work and work. You guys are my smart work. You guys work smarter than you work hard. And you're guided by supernatural forces. So this, of course, with Judgment is going to really unveil now from under your nose, not only what you're meant to do, but like pile 3, you're going to really assist others in doing what they're meant to do as they follow your lead and example. Woo! Last but not least. And yeah, Markel, I'm going to be honest with you. My biggest doubt, I was really doubtful of numerology for the longest time because I was like, how can numerology be real relative to it being based on the Gregorian calendar, right? Like the Gregorian calendar, I can't think existed forever. So like, is our numerology really just subjectively crafted by what system we create at the time? And I realized yes. And it made me now realize numerology is something is more of like a creative magic, where it's like we can collectively bring meaning to these numbers through these systems. Or we can even go behind and say that it was all embedded. It was all meant to play out that way. But it's a really good point. It's a really good point that you do make, because who's to say if the calendar system was different before, then wouldn't all the numbers be different? But I realize there's a transcendent element with these systems that on the surface will look sus, but actually really doesn't matter. And then add in the whole notion of cognitive bias and confirmation bias, and then we can fuzz it up. But numerology's accuracy just never really fails to astound me. So I look forward to looking more into it. But yeah, it should be called judgmental. I like that. Yo, we need to shoot that, bro. We need to do the sketch comedy skit, and you're gonna be the judge, and then I'm gonna be like the lawyer that's also crazy as fuck. We need a prosecutor. Or you could be a lawyer. I could be the judge. It is what it is. But that being said, right? Let's go into the final pile. So pile 3, we do have, if we had the animation budget, that'll be dope. We could just dub over the cartoons. But yeah, pile 3, the career lesson we have is the world. So pile 3, y'all are winning. I'm not gonna lie. Pile 1 is determination. Their career is having them move forward into victory due to their effort. Pile 2 is unveiling this like metaphysical success, this metaphysical vision that's going to peer them into something that you could have only dreamed is possible. Pile 3, you're getting the whole shebang. The theme throughout your career is, once again, fulfillment and success. Okay, so you're revisiting everything you had to learn on your journey. Like, think of Goku when he first got the 7 Dragon Balls. He had to meet Bulma. Bulma met him after she tried to shoot him in the face and hit him with the car, and then realized that she couldn't. So then she just decided to use his naive self to get the rest of the Dragon Balls. And then he finally does, after he pats on her and realizes that he realized how she was a woman, because she realized he didn't have anyway. Other than that, after he got all the Dragon Balls, you reflect on the journey that got you here, what you've learned, what you've gained. You make your wish. Your friend inadvertently makes a wish for panties. You have to collect them all again, and that's just all about the journey. And you're going to really understand now the wholeness, the completeness that you move forward with in your career. It's not like there's nothing else more for you to accomplish. It's you're taking stock of everything that you have accomplished. Okay. And now, of course, coming into the end of this fool's journey, panties. Yeah, OG Dragon Ball would probably be canceled today. OG Dragon Ball is some of the most legendary fan service. Panties. Yes. In the middle of saving the world, OG Dragon, you just had to be there. Like, it's cool. It's still a classic to me. But I can only imagine it being consumed today. Like, it'd definitely be canceled. That being said, though, the finances we have, all the nose bleedings, all that, the finances, but I love it. That's what makes it such a classic, really. Ken and Dragon Ball would never make it ever, and it's so beautiful. I'm so glad we grew up in that era, because it really, we can never have anything like that ever again. But we do have the strength card. The finances is really cool, because with the strength card, this is specifically talking about, of course, you making money based on what you're passionate about doing, and I think this liberation. Because the world representing Saturn will also represent liberation. You have full freedom through your career. You have full control over your career. This enables you freedom to do what you love. And pursuing what you're passionate about is going to get you paid so much more this season. In fact, this could also represent you have more than enough energy and vitality towards whatever you do, whether you're passionate about it or not, to continue to gain, once again, great success through these finances. Okay, it's not clocking with you that I'm serving some damn justice and standing on business. All right. And yes, please, like Dove Visions, claim the pile because you can choose your pile. But I am an NPC. You are playing a role-playing game right now. And in the midst of your role-playing game, you pressed A on your interface to join this video. I am a non-playable character because ain't nobody can play me. And as an NPC, just like in an RPG, you're choosing your pile. I'm just a buff support character to give you attributes to buff to go back along on your journey. So if you pick a pile, but another pile resonates, you claim that before you leave. All right. I'm not here to tell you how your future is going to be. I'm just opening up possibilities. I want you to pick. This is my unconventional approach to divination here and taromancy. I want you to pick whatever themes work for you and you take whatever action to incorporate them. So you're creating your future. All right. I'm on point though. So, certain things I say are going to happen, but just keep that in mind. You're not limited by these interpretations. I want you to take these interpretations and make them work for you because we do have justice. We have Jocko again. Justice is going to, of course, as far as your life purposes, because they're unlike Piles 2, whose life purpose is to awaken others to what they're meant to do and help them tap into the dream they can't see. You're going to bring balance for other people. Your life purpose is to advocate for the right people. Your life purpose is to really bring justice. Because of the liberation and freedom and strength you do, you're going to be able to come through people and to really enable them to gain it's like being a labor union. You're going to be able to represent people fairly and help them, of course, break through anything that they may not necessarily be able to do on their own, which I think is beautiful. Will there be replay options? The exclusive pick a card readings are membership exclusives. However, I will keep this available for the weekend. So if you do need to replay it, I won't make them exclusive until next week or until like Sunday or something like that. So feel free. You're totally welcome to watch whenever throughout the rest of this week. All right. Last but not least, I know some of you guys are not going to like this, but let's do some relationship and romance pick a card. I don't have my romance deck anymore, which I almost regret giving away, but not really. But let's see what your love life looking like. Yo, you see Jordan, the real one. She's like, let's see what your love life looking like. Let's see what I love how we've reached a place where we're pretending like we don't want to know our love life. And this is why I fucking love you guys. I love how we are pretending like, oh, we don't care about love. Just give us money. We don't care about this. But deep down, we do. We really do want to know our love life. And I love that. I love that for us. I love that we're here. I'm right there with you, pretending I don't give a fuck about twin flames and shit. Fuck that. Oh, I control my own love. Like, I get you. Oh, Ben Frank, I see. Wait until winter. Hey, cuffing season is literally a season away. So it is what it is. All right. The fall is approaching. All right. Okay. So I hope you've been traded. I don't think I'm gonna get drafted again this year, but it's cool. It's cool. I got my own independent league. I ain't even tripping. Holy shit. Yes, it's not even a problem. You feel me? It is what it is. So yes, y'all. That being said, once again, 3 piles, 3 carbs. It's all about love. Let's see. All right, so the first card we'll do is the theme around your love life and relationships. And once again, for those of you who would like a live reading, join the queue at any time. You're more than welcome. But it's okay. You don't have to. First card is going to be, of course, first of all, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. First card is going to be the theme of your love life. Second card is going to be what is the archetype that is central to you this season, like the archetype of a current existing partner or who you might come through, and what's the outcome? What's the outcome? So let's do pile uno. Yeah. And if you don't know what pile to choose, what I always recommend is to listen to all three, and whichever one resonates with you the most, claim it. Once again, I want to be clear. This isn't the type of pick a card reading where it's like, oh, it has to be accurate. I'm flipping that on its head. I want you to choose the themes. You can mix and match piles. You choose which messages you want and you make it happen, right? You align with these and push through, right? Of course, your intuition is on point, so you're probably going to choose the pile that's for you. But yeah, it's like a custom divination technique. So pile 1, the main lesson we have is all right, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm gonna reshuffle the decks. We're not doing love. What is this? This is crazy. All right, okay. Listen, I don't know how to tell you this, pile 1. Y'all are some freaks. That's all I have to say. Look. Don't blame me. I'm just here to read the pile. Y'all are some freaky freaks, and maybe it's time for you to accept that. Y'all got some addictive. You know what? Y'all, in fact, some of y'all are acting innocent. If you pick pile 1, you be acting innocent. You know how to make people obsessed with you and addicted to you. You might be a little bit toxic, pile 1. In fact, on top of that, you might like to attract toxic partners. So ask yourself, is this really what you want? Pile 1? You have some people punching their fist in the air because they want it with you so bad. They know how to approach, or this could be you. Okay, we got Freezer. All right, okay. I'm going to deck you in the snage. I stole that line from the abridged. But here's the thing. The devil card for a theme of romance is toxic as fuck. I'm going to be completely honest. It's not entirely the worst thing. Like, this is going to be good if you haven't gotten some in a while and you kind of need some, right? Like, the devil card going to hook you up. But this is talking about maybe sexy time that's too good. And like you quickly develop an obsession towards it. I think the nature of your love might be obsessive, right? But this could also be you attracting people who, because like for the devil card, this is someone that looks sexy. The devil card is like sexy, but like sultry sexy, right? It's like liking someone for the wrong reasons. It doesn't even necessarily have to be bad, but you have to be, Paul, be very careful. You have to be honest with yourself. Are you connecting with that person because you even like them? Or is it just that good? Or are you know what I'm saying? Like you will want to examine the chains you might inadvertently be released, putting yourself in. Now, this could be reverse, being born again, where you're releasing yourself from these chains. And that's where the devil card in and of itself isn't bad, especially if you're just freaky. Make sure that these do not become chains of addiction and obsession that you are attached to. Okay. But God damn it. I'm not gonna lie, yes, it could be extremely magnetic attraction as well. Some of you're the villains in the relationship. Like you're like the Addams family. You're kind of bringing a darker twist. So just keep that in mind. Yep. It's Capricorn and Scorpio good. Yep. It is what it is. Now, if we do have, and I love that, Force Fairytale, you picked all pile 1s. You got your favorite card, Frieza. This is Capricorn, by the way. This is Capricorn. So I don't want to necessarily just bring. I think the devil card in tarot has a very deep misunderstanding as well relative to its association with Christian mythology and Greco-Roman myth. So there is a very tantalizing state through this this just comes with the disclaimer and caution. All right. Now, the archetype we have for you is the Hierophant. This is even deeper. The Hierophant could be representing a married partner. This is someone who is going to be a lot more status quo. This is connecting with someone who wants to take a more traditional approach, especially towards this. This could be like an unholy matrimony, but realistically, in a balanced sense, you're doing things by the book, but you get a little freaky with it too. And you see this whole motif between two people and two people. They have their back there. They're facing here. This is marriage. This is Chi-Chi and Goku, right? And then we have, of course, the priest, Master Roshi. But as an archetype, this is really speaking of a good, loyal connection. This is attracting a partner or being with an existing partner who is committed to the cause, right? Who could also be that grounded element to your freaky, right? So you both kind of have, this polarity that can work together. Capricorn loves Taurus, right? Taurus is grounded and directed by Cap. So that's very interesting. I kind of like that dynamic. And the outcome we have here is the World. So when it comes to romance, when it comes to your love life, there is a completion, right? The World card completes polarities. It's feeling complete together. It's knowing that another person can't complete you, but you being whole in yourself, being with someone else whole in themselves. That is so hilarious. Taurus loves Virgo. But and Virgo loves Capricorn, and Capricorn loves Taurus. But with that being said, you know what I mean? Like the World puts you in a position to come into success. I like how the World, I think, has come through every pile. Where's the y'all need Jesus card? I know. But that being said, telepathic connection type of vibe. Yeah. I think what's also really beautiful here is that Aries makes money. Taurus shows Aries what they're worth, and then Aries reveals Taurus's secret side. Aries is in Taurus's like hidden house, so only Aries knows the anger issues that Taurus has. But that being said, you know what I mean? But also the authenticity. This is beautiful. This is actually beautiful. The World card here is coming into some sense of graduation. There's completing a theme. It could even be traveling around the world. Yes. Why are these the hardest signs to get with? Because Virgo has a list. All right. If you don't fit in Virgo's list, seriously, it's like you have to drive this car. You have to have this. You have to have this. I don't like the way you wear your shoes. How are you this year's old and you still ashy? What is this about? I don't even like the way you say there. You don't even know how to spell this word right. Hey, it might be worth it. And then Scorpio is just looking for a reason to murder you. So like everything sets Scorpio off. I'm the Virgo. Haha, they're the Scorpio. See, I said this in my Magic Moon message. Virgo is who y'all think Scorpio is. And Scorpio is who y'all think Virgo is. Y'all always give Scorpio the benefit of the doubt when you need to give that to Virgo. And then y'all always think Virgo is the bad, evil person when that's low-key Scorpio. To be completely honest with you. Okay, I said that, yes, like people will give Scorpio the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh my God, they were evil the whole time. And then people will be like, Virgo, you're a bad person. Turns out Virgo is a good person. They're just really critical. They're not going to shoot you bullshit. They're just really critical. They will hold back. And y'all need to stop doing this. It's unfair. It is what it is, though. Shout out to Scorpio, right? Scorpio, of course, is the purest. So when they're not evil, they actually some of the best people ever. And when I say when they're not evil, Scorpio could be betrayed by their environment. Scorpio to me is like Darth Vader, right? Who was manipulated by their environment and their purity was taken advantage of. And now, of course, by feeling betrayed, they turn against everyone. But if they never get there, they're the purest people ever in the zodiac. But their own strength could be used against them. That's my theory. I'm going to do a video called Scorpio Theory. And it's my way of using space racism to pit the first 6 signs against the next 6 signs. It's one of my greatest plans for instigation, and I think I'll get traction with it. But for now, we're not going to do that. So with that being said, yep, I'm going to say the evil person in our family, she might be a Scorpio or not. And the thing is, if you have Scorpio siblings, they know how to act perfect in public. I don't know if this is the way for Scorpio men, but for Scorpio women, I've seen this. Like, they will act like an angel in public, like, hi, how you doing? Oh my God. And then you don't know she's the devil at home. Like, don't fall for that shit. And they're like, why are you guys so mean to her? Like, she's such a nice person. And the rest of the family is like, man, don't even play that shit right now. Is that just me? Please don't tell me. They're devious. They're too intelligent. They know how to do that social shit. It is what it is, bro. It's like a horror movie. It's like an angel in public, but low key, like, yes. You know what my Scorpio sister told me one day before she was 18? She, like, Scorpio does shit like that. She was like, yeah, I'm actually a mermaid, and when I turn 18, I'm going to achieve my full mermaid transformation. If you talk to her about that shit now, she'll gaslight you. She'll be like, I never said that. What are you talking about? Like, well, what is this? And it's like, okay, never mind. It's cool. It is what it is. But yeah, we're going to do pile 2. Okay. Yeah, B. I fucks with Scorpio, though. Scorpio's a little different. They're out of their element. So they're not really evil, but they can be. It is what it is. I mean, you're not your zodiac sign, obviously. That's the whole folly behind this theory. But that being said, okay, pile 2. What do we have for your love life? What is the theme around your love life? Okay. Ooh, a true Scorpio. Yep, like future. The Gemini moon Scorpio suns are actually the true Scorpios with the Scorpio signature. The true transformers, respect. So we do have, shout out to Esco, he an example of a true Scorpio, a true Dark Lord, or a true wisdom. That's what the vibration is called, true wisdom. Angel souls. So at the core, they're an angel. Ooh, okay. Unlike Power 1, that is just freaky. Just shame on you, Power 1. Power 2, we got the star. I see you, Power 1. Power 1, this is your dream come true. Power 2, rather. Power 2, this is not dark. This is actually light. All right. This is, some of you might have to have kissed some frogs in order to finally find the charming prince or princess and get it right. And this now makes it important to understand why it may not have worked out with certain other people in order for you to get the situation. The star, guys, a lot of you got this. Pile 2, and be honest. So like for Pile 1, you picked Pile 1 if you freaky in the sheets. I'm sorry. Like if people get addicted to you, you picked Pile 2 if you've given up on love. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you might have either always held out faith that love is just, or if you gave up on love, you pick Pile 2. Because this is going to restore your faith in love. This is going to rejuvenate your belief that things can and do work out with you. Okay. And it's going to really excite you because it's going to feel like everything aligned in order for this to happen. Kind of like a Wheel of Fortune thing. And Justice card, the Justice archetype, unlike the Hierophant, right? So for Pile 1, this is like getting married in church. For Pile 2, is like getting married in court. All right. The archetype you're attracting, kind of like Pile 1, does things by the book, but they dot their I's and they cross their T's. Justice, in fact, they might work for law enforcement. I'm not even gonna lie. And it works really cool. They don't have to work for law enforcement, but like with the Justice card, they're a good person. No, they're definitely very fair, very balanced, but I get the sense that they're proactive with it as well. And there are agreements and there are important decisions you may make. This is going to be a more objective, whereas the Pile 1 archetype is going to be more traditional with the Hierophant. It's going to be more objective, like reasonable archetype that you could really go back and forth and see how much they're willing to work with you, come to a fair resolution, amongst other things. Okay. And the outcome that we have here is the Fool. So you're both going to, of course, step into, a brand new adventure together. Or this is really talking about you stepping into a brand new adventure. Now, this is beautiful because pile one got the world. So pile one is completing the journey that they have really gone on in processing all this. And pile two is embarking on a brand new journey after the world, right? Which I think is awesome. This is going to enable you in really opening up to a new era of how this works. And even look at this card. This was around the time Dende had to make a brand new dragon because, of course, Piccolo had absorbed Kami. Pause. And this, of course, is now Dende having to change the dragon in order to create a new dragon. That wasn't even funny. I'm sorry. And so the Fool card is you really taking that leap of faith again in order for you to really, trust in your own heart. And I think open up a brand new adventure with the right people. This is where this is not strictly romantic. This could all be platonically with friends who you feel excited with being with and creating joy with. And last but not the least, we have a pile tree. Whew. So pile three, the main lesson we have for you here is the moon. So the moon card has shown up again. In fact, I accidentally pulled 4 cards for you. So you have a bonus card, pile three. We do have the moon card for you. So I'm not going to front. Okay. All right. Pile three, you might come off as a little delusional. All right. Because with the moon card, you're tapping into romance in an entirely metaphysical way. You're having vivid dreams about certain people. You're seeing very weird synchronicities about certain people, right? And I feel like with the moon card, much of this romance may exist purely in your imagination. For some of you, this could be a dangerous or secret romance that either involves connecting with someone coming out of a relationship or in a relationship, or maybe being with someone who you're not supposed to be around. This adds element to this dangerous romance, the moon making it hush hush. So it's not necessarily like it has to be hidden, but despite elements of this being in your imagination, there is still psychic connectivity for some of you. For some people, you're just delusional. And that's cool. I've been there. It's fun. I love being there. Actually, I prefer it to most physical counterparts. I know. But that being said, you may not necessarily be aware the causal implications around the unseen connectivity between what you think is just in your imagination versus how it's directly linking you to archetypes of these people or these people. So if you pick pile three, you're experiencing this in realms beyond just the physical, and you might be surprised to realize that most of this is not just in your head. The illusion may be in trying to project it towards someone and not realizing that it expands beyond just that person, and that you're tapping in maybe to a god, goddess vibration that plays out through someone and multiple other forms. Or, of course, I'm not going to front double shot of Venus. I'm not going to front. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. That being said, yeah, I could get lost there. It's fun. It's crazy. It's fun, but it's fun. Now we do have the sun, and now pile three. This is very interesting. Remember, I pulled an extra card. So we have the moon and the sun. So clearly, you more than anybody are, of course, hey, listen. I look, hey. Maybe I might take her last night. Look, it is what it look. I don't care. Look, we do see the moon and the sun connecting together. Okay, so the archetype is the light to your darkness. And now this makes this reading take on a whole new meaning. Because, of course, whatever you felt was delusional, you're going to be connecting with someone who lights up this inner world and almost connects directly what you thought was just in your head. And this is magic because the sun and moon alchemically equal God. Boom. Fusion. Ha! Right? And I think what's really beautiful with that is, of course, you kind of connecting this light and this subjective and objective reality. Your partner is a bundle of sunshine, a bundle of joy. This partnership archetype is going to really represent this theme of happiness. No one's going to bring you happiness because it comes from you, but you represent the unseen wisdom. Because if it wasn't for you, people would just look at things at the surface level. You know how to make people look at things from a level that doesn't really exist, but provides so much more depth. It's like a unique subjective perspective that you may have done so, and now you're attracting someone who sees everything you've been picking up. It's like other people might think you're delusional, but they're like, oh, I see what you mean. You're talking about that. Like they can point towards something objective to everything subjective you have, uniting the light and the dark. And that's really beautiful. You bring this like mystery and they bring the light and joy. And they now help you see that this mystery is not just, once again, in your head. So I was not expecting this for pile 3. The presence of the sun changes everything. Like this is a literal yin yang fusion. Ha! And the outcome we have is the Tower card. So the Tower card is having this unveil itself literally instantly. And there's great enlightenment here. Please do not necessarily take into account negative connotations of the Tower. What we're going to really see here, pile 1 got the world Saturn, pile 2 got the full Uranus, and pile 3 got Mars, the Tower, Mars, right? So this is just going to look at things instantly kicking off. That's what's going to be the unexpected upheaval you must adapt to. In that things like, even if you both connect really quickly and unexpectedly get one or the other pregnant, it's like you have to adapt to this. Could be a blessing in disguise. The outcome we have is the Hangman, which the bonus card we have is the Hangman, which is going to enable you to once again just surrender to certain elements of how this kind of just plays out and not try to control what's happening, but to just change your perspective. The Tower is also dividing into the unknowns. Yes. Diving into the unknowns, allowing whatever is not built in truth to crumble around you so that you can just maintain that. All right. So that was beautiful, guys. I think this was a really good pick a card circuit. Everyone, I think, got really good messages. Claim whichever piles you wish to. And, why not pull a bonus card for everyone? Right? I would like to remind you guys, I still have my 50% off sale. Okay. PayPal is considering me a new seller because I've been diversifying my payment processors. People don't really use PayPal like that anymore. So if any of you are willing to pay and you pay through PayPal, if I get 4 more sales within this month, I won't be holding my money just in case. Thankfully, they released what I have, but you don't have to use PayPal if you don't want to. Regardless, I do have 50% off all of my services. And I promise I will bring back transit talks. We really do need those. It's been a minute since I've done them. I'm just going to keep on producing stuff. I'm late on the next astrological profiles episode, so I'm going to continue to work on that. Are we getting random cards or are we asking a question with it? Great question. But I do want to pull a bonus card for you. I do also, I still have my app available. I'm going to keep the membership open so you can choose whether to do the app or the membership. All the videos for the Planet videos, if you're a YouTube member, you will have access if you're God Squad or Infinity Club. So you probably have already seen access to videos that will come out publicly later. Like, for example, this week, the second house videos are coming out. Next week is going to be Gemini. The week after, third house. You can watch all of those now if you are a member of the channel or if you are a member of my app. Stay tuned for the next World War Zero episode this Sunday, where we're going to be looking into the socials. Last week, we did the individuals. I hope you guys are enjoying that concept. I don't think I've really ever heard about this hierarchy in a sense being talked like this. So I am grateful to introduce a unique way of looking at the perspectives. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. The Jupiter is in Cancer. If you can make a wish with the Dragon Balls, what would you make? As you are expanding, we got Jupiter ruling Sagittarius. As you are expanding and coming into this fortune, how are you going to balance and incorporate that into your lifestyle without it throwing it out of whack? Okay. You guys stay blessed as always. Whew, that's it. I'm not going to be doing another. I think I might bring back transit talks next year. If not, if they don't come back the rest of this year, for sure 2026. But the next live I'm going to book is going to be the monthly peace report for Libra season. And the next live we're going to do is going to be the full moon in Pisces eclipse coming in this weekend. So look forward to this weekend for a full moon ceremony. And then the new moon in Libra, guys, that's going to be the next non-consent ritual. You know, we do 2 of those a year. Full moon in Libra, new moon in Libra. So look forward to that. You guys stay blessed. Yes, we do love our own company. I can't speak for other gems, but we do love our own. I know I love my own company. I'm socially adept, but I'd rather literally spend time talking to myself than to talk to others. And that's why I'm crazy. Personally, it is what it is. My mom is an introvert Gemini. She keeps to herself. You guys stay blessed as always, though. Bonnie Jean, thank you so very much. In fact, Bonnie, let me pull a card for you. Bonnie, we do have the moon card for you, and the underlying theme being the lovers. So allow your imagination to guide the decisions you're making through platonically and romantically with others. This is going to have you tap into your creativity, but from a place beyond this realm. All right. Don't be afraid to take instruction from where your dreams are influencing you and guiding you. And until next time, y'all, peace.